Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be taking an in-depth look at my modification called Arrest Manager. So without further ado, let's get started and get right into the features. So one of the first very notable new features in Arrest Manager is the improved prisoner transport feature, which we can see in the bottom left right now. Transport is going to be on standby for James Crow. So that is one of the first new features in Arrest Manager. Another feature is that we can grab the pet using Shift T by default, so we can grab him and we can walk him around. We can walk him to the back of our car, and we can then press G to place him in the back of the car as well.
You're kidding, right?
So there we go. And now I'm going to be pressing 8 to call for prisoner transport, as you can see.
Backup needed for a suspect placed under arrest in, Sandy Shores.
We copy you. On standby.
Roger.
As you can see, we get a transport unit rolling up here. The transport unit is fully customizable per world zone. So you can set whichever vehicle you like, with whichever livery you like, with whichever extras you like. You can all set that in the settings file. So as you can see, our suspect will be put in the back of the vehicle by the transport officer. The transport officer will take him to the station. So now, as you can see, prisoner transport for multiple suspects is also handled very well by Arrest Manager. So now we have 2 suspects arrested, and we can press A and we will be greeted by a menu. We can either select multi-transport, multiple single transports, or a single transport. So multi-transport will get a transport vehicle and they will both be taken in the transport vehicle. Multiple single transport will call out 2 transport vehicles and they will be both taken separately. And single transport will call for transport for the nearest suspect. So I'm just going to press multi-transport and we can see exactly how that works.
Assistance required for a suspect placed under arrest on Armadillo Avenue.
Copy that, dispatch.
Roger.
So as you can see, a transport unit here is going to be rolling up on scene with 2 transport officers, and the suspects are going to be taken by the 2 transport officers and they are going to be placed in the back of the vehicle. Again, this is all fully customizable.
Thanks so much.
And when they're put in the back of the vehicle, the transport officers will take them over to the station. Another feature of Arrest Manager is that it adds a lot more jail points where you can take your suspects to. So as you can see now, when you get in your vehicle with the suspect in the back, you can press 0 to calculate the route to the nearest jail. And this is an added jail point by Arrest Manager. So once we roll up into the jail point here, the screen will turn black and we will be given the option to hand Jack Daniels over to another officer or to take Jack Daniels in ourselves. So we're just going to take him in ourselves. And because we can now take him in ourselves, it means every jail point is going to have an interior cell block. So we can just put Jack Daniels in a cell, as you would normally do at the downtown police station. So let's put him in a cell here. And once he's in his cell, we can just leave him here and leave the jail block, and he will be dealt with by the prison officers over here. Another feature of Arrest Manager is the scene management, which is basically pet management and vehicle management. So now we have an abandoned vehicle in the middle of the road. So what we can do is we can either call for a tow truck or we can call the insurance company to pick the vehicle up. So what we're going to do is we're going to be calling for the tow truck. And as you can see now, the tow truck has been dispatched. A very unique feature of Arrest Manager is that you can get into the vehicle, and then when the tow truck arrives, you can drive the vehicle to the back of the tow truck yourself. This is not required, it'll pick it up even if you don't do it, but it's a very nice touch for those who like realism. So as you can see, we can drive the vehicle behind the tow truck, either front facing or back facing. We can exit the vehicle, and the vehicle will be picked up by the tow truck, and it has been impounded. So another feature Arrest Manager has is the pet management menu. So we can make pets follow us around. As you can see now, the guy follows me wherever I go. We can grab the pet. This can also be done using the Shift T key combination, or we can call a taxi for the pet. So say we have a person stranded at the side of the road, has no idea what he's doing, and we really want him to get out of the area, but we don't really have a way to do so. We can just call a taxi from him and a taxi will be dispatched. As we can see now, the blue blip on the minimap is driving towards us.
You ugly ass piece of shit.
And the person will get into the taxi and be picked up. Another feature Arrest Manager has is the auto door shut feature, which is very useful for vehicles that don't have door collision. As you can see now, the right hand back door is open. When I start driving, you see it will close automatically if it hasn't already done so. So if a vehicle door doesn't have collision and you aren't able to close it, it will close automatically when using Arrest Manager. Arrest Manager is very customizable, meaning that you can change the behavior of Arrest Manager in-game almost entirely by the INI file. As you can see, we can enable the auto door shut feature, We can have officer audio enabled, dispatch audio enabled. We can allow recruited officers to be used for transport. There are very many options in the INI file which you are able to explore, including the ability to change the key bindings. Arrest Manager's transport units are also very customizable. You can choose the PEDs that come and pick your suspects up, you can choose the passengers that come and pick your suspects up, and you can choose the vehicle models, including liveries and extras, that come to pick your suspects up. This can be done for various world zones like the city, Blaine County and Los Santos countryside, and you can also do it per individual world zone like East Vinewood, West Vinewood, Sandy Shores, Palito Bay, etc. It's all highly customizable and it all works flawlessly in game once you set it up properly. For developers, Arrest Manager also has an in-depth API which allows you to do stuff like call for tow trucks, call for transport, request insurance pickups for nearby vehicles, and subscribe to an event to listen for players arresting PEDs. So that just about wraps up the major Arrest Manager features. So I hope this video helped you use Arrest Manager to its fullest potential. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. If you enjoy the video, please let me know as well, and I will see you all in the next video.